We're having quite a successful day here. It's hot and bright. So you've probably just seen the tank fire, and that was quite successful. You saw us driving it, that was quite successful. Then we decided to have a look underneath the tank, just to check things, because you usually do, and there's a great big pool of oil, like an enormous lake of oil. So we've rushed in and had a look at it, and it's quite simple. There's a heat exchanger on the side of the engine, and it takes oil out of the diff, which is the steering, and it cools it, and then it pushes it back into the diff again. Actually lift the pack, you have to take the whole engine out. Now we're not going to go and do that at a show, but I think we might be able to try at least to replace the gasket, bolt it back on again, fill it up with oil, test it, and we might be up for running, because this is the first day from a 2-day show, and we've got to drive it again tomorrow. So we're going to pull a bit of a late one, a bit of an all-nighter, all hands to the pump, quite literally, and we're going to try and get it fixed. So watch this space. Here we are, baking in the sun. So what we need to do is, like with anything working on the tank, the most difficult part is getting access. So we've had to take out a overflow expansion tank, and now we're actually taking the pipe work out of the way. If you come down to me, I'll show you. Okay, we'll take you over. We put up a little shade here for Ollie to work in the shade, because he doesn't want to get cooked. So what we're actually doing down here is we've got all these levels of pipe. You're not going to do it.
It's tight.
Have you got room to get in there or not?
Yeah, it's just tight, that's all.
We've just got to get these pipes out to get to the cooler, which is down the side of the engine. So the day continues. It is hot, and I've been in the bowels of a tank for the last couple of hours upside down, so I've had to take a break, because in the heat as well, it's just getting all a little bit fluffy around the edges. But as you can see, we have all of our equipment laid out. We've got George and Chloe working together to take this, best way of describing it, sort of intercooler off the side of the engine, because other than that you've got to take the pack out, and we're not going to do that on the floor, so let's give it a go. So things are going quite well, so we'll just give a once round, not interrupting them working, and you can see that we're cracking on with it. Yeah, we'll go. Toby, you could go and have a look underneath and see how full up the container is.
There,
is it?
Yeah, I had a look earlier.
What's what? No, I think we should be able to slide it away, because you can't take the lid off. It's just going to slide along what's left of the bolts that are still in there. And so, no, don't worry about it.
About halfway. Yeah.
About halfway, okay. Because we've noticed as we're taking the bolts out of the intercooler, they're all different lengths, and they've got different numbers of washers on them. So that indicates to me the ones that have got more washers on is because they've got the wrong length bolts in. So someone's been in there before and done all of this, so let's have a look. So what we've come up with is a little system over here where we've actually got a diagram of the panel we're taking off. We've numbered each of the bolts, and as the bolts come out, then we put them on tape. So that's number 12, I think there's 12 of them in total. That's number 10, 9, for some reason it doesn't matter what order we've got in, but we just got them taped down, 10, 8. And this little number here, that's 1W, that means one washer, because there's one washer on that bolt. One washer on there, one on there, one on there, one on there. But on number 3, you see, there were 2 washers, and I know one of them at the top has got 4 on. Have we taken that one off yet? No, so one up and around this area will have 4. In the field mechanics, trying to fix this tank. Okay, so what we've got is there is a gasket between the head of the intercooler and the body of the engine. And basically this is what the gasket looks like. And what's happened is it's fractured the gasket in this part here. See, I've drawn those 2 lines. So let me actually show you what's come out. This is, miraculously, we found the part of gasket, and that fits in that little gap in there, and that is blown out. So what we've got is a gasket all the way around, yet all the oil is passing out through this gap. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave this gasket in, because we cannot get it off of the face of the engine. It's sort of stuck on there, and if we pull out, it's going to start breaking up. So we're going to leave that, and what we've made is a replacement part that's made out of neoprene, and it's tiny, less than a millimetre shorter, and that will go in here, and then we'll put it in with gasket, liquid gasket, and as we tighten it up, the neoprene will compress very, very slightly and open it out to fill the gap. So there is the original piece, he says, like that, and that is the neoprene copy that we've made. So this will go on there like that, and that will fit back in, and we will tighten it up and that should be enough, because I don't think the oil pressure is actually that high in there. It's the too much oil pressure is what blew it out in the first place, and it's been fine up until now. So I think we're going to be okay. So we will get that neoprene in. So the sun's setting and we're up against it, so let's crack on.
Well, after our extensive work last night, we're just doing some final checks before the show today. So at the moment I'm just checking the engine oil to make sure that's good. I haven't lost any of that as well. So let's have a look. Oh, absolutely spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just check the...
Well, maybe a bit overfilled, but
that's alright. I'm just checking the automatic transmission fluid. So I'm just going to dip that in. That is bob on. The hydraulic fan is a little bit low. We knew we lost some, but we haven't got any with us. But there is still some in there in the reservoir, so we should be all right. We'll see how that goes. But that's only a fan. That's not that worrying. The only other thing to check is the levels of the diff bands, which is where we had the leak, and I checked that this morning and it's on maximum, so we've got all the levels. I'm just going to check the water now, which is in there. Can you reach that? Does it undo easily, or do I need a pair of pliers? So this is just the header tank. Right, that's great, it's just below. Little traces of oil in there, but that's just probably us and our fingers sticking them in there. So yeah, that's looking really good. So that means we've got water. It hasn't dropped overnight. So I think we are right on the edge of a startup to see what happens. So first of all, I've got to go and find a torch so we can shine it down inside. Now, that was 9 hours, and the reason we didn't film all of it is because most of it was in the dark, and so you wouldn't have seen us doing anything. But suffice to say, we had to strip one side of the engine to get down to where the heat exchanger was. We pulled the heat exchanger away, we fitted in a gasket, and we put it back together. We used a neoprene gasket, which might have not been the best thing to use. That's all we had on us, because obviously when you compress the neoprene, it actually squeezes and it moves around. So hopefully, with some sealant in there, it creates a good seal. So we'll have a look today. If it leaks a little bit, then that's enough for us to get this loaded and off site. If it's not leaking, then we can do our drive arounds like we hope to do. And if it's leaking a lot, then it's just engine off, and we'll fire the gun for the crowds, and we will sort of try and manually get it on the back of our lorry. Yeah, we'll push it on. Do you reckon we could do that?
It'll be all right.
Yeah, it'll be all right. It's only about 15 tons. We'll get him off. So fingers crossed. We'll go for a first start up. So do you want to?
Yeah.
I'll go and ask for a torch so I can perch on the side, and I'll come back and we'll start him up.
If you want my head torch. All right.
Yeah.
Ready? Here we go.
But unfortunately, for those that do know their NBC suits, he's actually wearing it back to front because it was quite a rush to get it on. So he shouldn't necessarily have a hole here because that really wouldn't be very effective. But there we go. So you've got the general view of it. So I can't remember. I think it's an M53. suit that he's wearing. It might be a bit later than that. I need to do my homework on it because it's only just arrived from France the last couple of days and we've got him straight into it. What's it like in there, George?
Very warm, very sweaty.
Very warm and very sweaty. Well, you look $1 million, and I think that definitely, if we pinch the face in a bit, that makes you look a bit better, doesn't it? All right, and we've got your decontaminator there, and is it working? Oh, you've run out of juice. Thanks again everyone for joining us. It's been a lot of work actually, and it's not as much fun as we really wanted, but the whole crew have worked really well, so this is a formal thank you to all those people that come and help me out. So good show, we'll wrap on this one, so we'll be doing the show circuit this summer, so look out for us with the tank and come over and say hello. Ta-ta for now.
Another year here at Western-super-Mare Helicopter Museum, and well, we've had our ups and downs, but we've made it, and the tank's running again, so hopefully we can see come back here again next year.
Did you enjoy the rubber seat?
It was quite pleasant actually.
Yeah.
It's opened my eyes up a bit.
See you soon everyone.